It finally happened. I love Korean skincare now. I know that some of you have been waiting for this day. Some of you have been going, when are you going to get into Korean skincare? They have a lot more than just the CosRX Nail Essence. You're going to find a lot of products that you love. You just have to try the right ones. Well, that day has come. I tried the right products, and suffice to say, you're going to start seeing a lot more Korean skincare that is more in my tastes on this channel. But let me go ahead and tell you guys what we're going to be doing in today's video. So if you recall my Stylevana video from however long ago that was, time passes really weird this year, you all know. If you recall that video, it was kind of a mix for me. I did find some products that I enjoyed, but overall there were some products that were too harsh for my skin. And I'm guessing that what happened is Stylevana saw that video and said, we sent her the wrong products. That girl's got a way more sensitive skin type than I think even she realizes. We need to send her some of our calming essences. We need to send her some of our soothing serums. And I think we'll win her over if we do that. You did well. That's all I can say. You did well. You chose essences and serums, my absolute favorite categories in the first place. Yeah, I have a lot of products to share with you here today that I have some very positive thoughts about. But not only that, we do have some further commentary on the research around one of these products in particular. We're going to talk about the research with all of them. You know how we do. A couple of quick notes before we get started here. So I will have timestamps to every product. If you just want to skip to those, check the description box. I will also have links to all of the products. I also have a 15% off discount code on the Stylevana website. I'll have all of the information about that, up to 15% off. I'll have all of that in the description box. And also regarding my skin, so I have been testing these products for the past 2 weeks, but I want you to know really quickly, my skin is not quite in the best place. I do want to acknowledge that, but also make sure that you know that it's actually significantly better than it was. Basically, if you don't follow me and don't know this, I went through Hurricane Zeta. It was really not fun, and I had pretty much a candidate for one of the worst breakouts I've ever seen on my own skin following that darn hurricane. If you haven't been through a hurricane, it's hard to describe how stressful it is. It's not even the hurricane, it's the aftermath. It's just stressful and exhausting, and you lose so much money. Oh my gosh, it's just not a fun time. My face really showed it, but we're coming back. We're coming back. I've got some scarring that I'm gonna have to deal with, but I think if I keep up my routine, I should be able to get my skin back to 100%. And one final note, the price kind of wildly varies on a lot of products. What I'm gonna do is put up on the screen the current price as of today, but know that it's subject to change. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with essences, and I want to start with one that was completely new to me. This is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence. Apparently this is a very popular product, as it is known to be a dupe for the SK2 essence. I kind of feel like the best place to start with explaining this product is to explain to you what the heck the principles of the SK2 essence are supposed to be. So I'm sure some of you have already heard the backstory on the SK2 essence. Basically, the idea is that the people who were working with sake happen to have very beautiful, young-looking hands. And the SK2 team came along and said, well, that looks like a great anti-aging secret that people could use on their faces. So they isolated this pitera, which is the fermented sake, and they started bottling it up in this very expensive SK2 essence. Now, I like to sit here and admit to you any type of bias that I may have, and I actually have a bias against pricey products because I am not rich. Therefore, I don't want to like expensive products. If I like an expensive product, then what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to come up with this money that I don't have purchasing a product that I can't afford? I just have to rule it out in my head. Which means when I tried the SK2 essence, I thought, well, I guess it's fine, but it's out of my price range, so let's not talk about it anymore. Now, I believe the company Misha also had a dupe, but this one is even more affordable. This one from Secret Key, and as you can see, they're saying galactomyces contained, so they're talking about the fermented ingredients in this. And not only is that galactomyces ferment listed very high in the ingredients list, I believe it's 90% galactomyces, but we also have a bunch of other great ingredients in here. We have cica, we have green tea, we have mushroom, and with all of those antioxidant-rich ingredients, as well as the fermented ingredients in here, what you are supposed to get is a product that is great for promoting wound healing, for increasing hyaluronic acid production, as well as for brightening and evening out hyperpigmentation, all in a fragrance-free product that is very, very light, feels like water on your skin. Really not a lot of drawbacks with this, and for the price, that's a little hard to beat. And with it having such a light texture, as well as being called a starting treatment essence, I do think that this is actually best in your routine immediately after cleanser. So you could use this either as your toner and maybe even before your toner. It is just so light that if you're following that principle of lightest to heaviest, I think that's where it would go in your routine. So I like it so far, but I'm also going to be transparent with you that, as I've used this much of it, I don't feel like I have formed a very thorough opinion. Keep an eye on my empties series, which is about time for one. Probably need to do an empties video probably next week. So, if you're like me and SK2 is just not an option for you, I do think it's worth trying. Incredibly beautiful packaging, worth mentioning. They also have a rose version, and I think the packaging on that is even prettier, so that one kind of holds a little more appeal to some people. But yeah, I'm excited to, really give this a go, really come back to you guys, months from now with a very thorough opinion on this. But if you want a much longer term review, coincidentally, they ended up sending me one of my absolute favorite skincare products, pretty much of all time. This is the Primera Miracle Seed Essence. Oh my goodness, I'm never buying this from Sephora again unless we have another deal upon deal like we had in the last Sephora VIB sale, where I got it for $32. Well done, Alice, thank you. I gotta tell you guys something, I am so glad Stylevana sent me this, and I bought it in the VIB sale at the same time, because you know what happened? I had both packages come in about the same time frame, and when I looked at the two boxes side by side, there were some serious differences in the packaging, but not the product itself. Oh, we're going to spend some time delving deep into that. Let me tell you, it's been a bigger topic than I thought. Did you guys see me start to post on Instagram and then go back and delete? It's because it's a way deeper topic than I could have imagined when I started getting into this. So yes, please stay tuned. Hopefully either this week or next, we will delve into the topic of US regulations versus Korean regulations on the topic of labeling, because it's interesting stuff. But let's talk about this product for now. Actually, before I get into that, really quickly, if you buy this product, don't be surprised if it comes with a little bit of kind of dustiness on it. I think what's going on is that they use recycled packaging and soy ink and all of that, and I've just noticed everything I have ever gotten from this company, it seems kind of dusty. I don't think it's old. My suspicion is that it just has something to do with the materials that they use in packaging their products. But yeah, that's completely normal. And the product itself is 93% lotus seed extract. See, the thing is, lotus seed extract has anti-inflammatory properties as well as antioxidant properties, and this is such an incredible combination for acne-prone skin, which I just established at the beginning of this video I certainly do have. And to kind of simplify what those properties mean for your skin, antioxidants help to protect your skin from the environment, they help to neutralize free radicals, and anti-inflammatory properties help you if you are dealing with any kind of inflammation, which of course acne is. And it doesn't just stop there. It also contains niacinamide, which is another ingredient that is great for acne-prone skin, as it helps to even out the skin tone. And then in addition to that, adenosine, which is a great ingredient for soothing the skin, for helping to calm any kind of irritation. So of course, taken together, you just have a product that is great for blemished skin, for skin that is prone to acne. So of course I love it. But I was really thinking about this. I was like, does my experience with this necessarily work for everybody else out there. And you know, at the end of the day, I think that a lot of what's going on with this product is that simplicity that I was emphasizing. I think if you are somebody who loves simple formulas in general, if you're somebody who also loves the COSRX snail because it is 96% snail and not a lot of other nonsense, I think this would be right up your alley because you like those simple formulas. On the other hand, I do think it's possible that some people might prefer more complex formulas and want a lot more going on in one single product. And if that's you, it's possible you might not have the same experience with me. I'm basically trying to figure out who are these products for? Because I know not everybody has the same exact experience. So hopefully that's helpful, especially if you're somebody contemplating paying the $58 price tag for this. Buy it through Stylevana. The price is way better. But I also want to make sure you know this is a product that comes with facial cotton. They do recommend that you use this with this. I do not. I prefer to pour it into my hands, but I will keep the facial cotton and use it to remove any type of glitter, including that supposedly safe for the environment glitter. Did you guys see Kind of Steven's post about glitter? Oh, that was the best summary I've ever seen about glitter. The freaking void, man. We're all in the void. Next up is another product that is new to me and actually quite surprised me. So this is the Isntree Clear Skin 8% AHA Essence. When I first opened this, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I assume it'll be similar to the ordinary 7% glycolic toner, right? However, I do have to admit, from the first moment I looked at this, I did notice it said normal or dry skin, and a lot of AHA products do not say for dry skin. I also noticed on the packaging, they were kind enough to note that if you have sensitive skin, please use it once every 2 to 3 evenings. Good point. A further indicator that I might have more sensitive skin than I realize. That's what I've been doing forever. That's exactly what I've been saying to you guys. I use AHA containing products 2 or 3 times a week and no more. And a further important note on this product, this is the most recent product that I introduced into my routine because when my skin was in full breakout mode, that is not an optimal time to be using AHA containing products, let me tell you. However, I finally used it when I started clearing up and oh my goodness, it does not sting my skin. So, you know, I had to go and consult the ingredients list here, and I was very pleased to see that it makes perfect sense as to why it doesn't sting my skin. So it does have glycolic as the second ingredient, but also lactic acid, which is, of course, a more gentler AHA, and then it has a list of soothing ingredients in here. And you know, I always say this, those soothing ingredients are what makes the difference between being able to use AHA products for some people. You see, that right there is the specific reason why I would rather splurge on Sunday Riley's Good Genes as opposed to the Ordinary 7% toner. The Ordinary's is just not calming enough for my skin because of course it's the Ordinary. It's a very straightforward product, you know what you're getting, but it doesn't have those soothing ingredients. The thing is, the price of this sure is a lot better than Sunday Riley's Good Genes. So, you know, I gotta say, it's a beautiful product. I was looking recently for a dupe for the Youth to the People toner. I like that one as well. That one also doesn't sting my slightly more sensitive skin. But this is a better price. What a beautiful product. No added fragrance in here. Lots of antioxidant-rich ingredients. Has some hyaluronic acid. Has some panthenol, aloe. It's just such a beautiful ingredients list. So again, you know, I have not been using this for too long. But so far, I'm pleased. This product started a cascade. Beauty of Joseon, I think there's not a lot of videos for me to figure out if that pronunciation is correct. Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum with Proplis and Niacinamide. This product is so me. When I look at the ingredients list on this product, I just feel like they made this product for my exact skin type. For people like me who deal with acne, but also deal with sensitivity, who need lots of healing ingredients. Are you kidding me? What a gorgeous formula. The first ingredient here is propolis. It has some turmeric in it. It has tea tree oil. Let me clarify, tea tree extract, which is different from the oil, has some lotus extract in here. The texture is a little bit thicker, which my dry skin actually loves. Oh my goodness, it is gorgeous. And here's the thing, this is the second time. Second time now. Again, if you saw my first Stylevana video, they had sent over a product from this brand, their sheet masks, and I loved it, and I finished it, and I am not a daily sheet masker, so the fact that I finished it meant a lot, and now I love this product. So again, set off a cascade. And in case you saw my Ulta video, that is the DHL package that I was waiting for. Oh my gosh, I love them. I think I love this brand. Now you know me, you know I don't just accept that I like a brand. I have to know a whole heck of a lot more. So I started looking, I went on Our Asian Beauty, and I found an interesting explanation, if this is true. Apparently this brand was popular several years ago, but the problem is they were too popular for their own stock, so they just kept selling out, and it became that situation where everybody wanted the products, but they were constantly out of stock. Well, I guess they're back, and it seems they no longer have that situation. As my guess is, if that happens to people long enough, they move on to another brand, right? No added fragrance, no ingredients in here that I'm worried about. It's as if this product, and potentially even the whole brand, I'll update you, has a real focus on accomplishing getting your skin clear, getting your skin healed, even. I am pumped. I am so excited to try more from this brand. I think I'm in love, guys. I think I'm in love. Moving on to the next product, and this is one that you would think I would love, but actually I have a little bit of mixed feelings about. So this is the My Signature Red Serum with 20% pure vitamin C plus vitamin B12 plus glutathione. Cheesy. Glutathione. So here's the deal with this. This is a 20% L-ascorbic serum, which typically I love as long as it is formulated to be stable. I absolutely love a good 20% L-ascorbic serum. Oh my goodness, it is tough to compare the results of that, especially for anti-aging purposes, to other forms of vitamin C, even though there are better forms of vitamin C for controlling acne, in my opinion. However, there's a few quirks with this product that I'm just kind of on the fence about. Maybe I'll go through some more of what I like about it before I tell you what I don't. It's interesting to me that there is an additional vitamin C ester in here. I appreciate the panthenol, the lactobacillus, I appreciate the green tea and the beta-glucan. However, alcohol is the second ingredient on here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That is a drying ingredient, but perhaps that's part of what this company is using. Is this Tiam? Am I saying the company correctly? That may be what they're using to help stabilize the vitamin C. It does contain an essential oil ingredient. We have limonene listed last in the ingredients list, but also orange peel oil. Yet again, another vitamin C that still contains additional citrus oils and therefore won't work for anybody who can't use citrus oils. Oh my god, as somebody who studied nutrition, y'all have got to know vitamin C is not exclusive to citrus. Oh my goodness. But my final quirk, it's red. It's red. I guess that's why it's My Signature Red Serum. But because it's red, I can't tell you the pH. I cannot tell you if it is formulated at the correct pH, nor can I potentially tell whether or not it's oxidized. It certainly does make it a little harder to spot the characteristic brownish, orangish color of oxidized vitamin C. So I have to say, I'm actually on the fence about this one. It may be a great product. It may be. I appreciate that it's packaged in a brown bottle. They also say store it in the refrigerator, which I have been doing, but there's just a couple things that keep this from being a vitamin C that I will most likely repurchase. I guess what I'm saying is it's not a straight up miss for me. It's just there's a few things that I don't love about the way that they did that serum. The final product for today's video, I hope you made it to this point in this video because I did a lot of research on this specific product and I have an awful lot of thoughts on it. Because quite frankly, to give you an introduction to this, I think it's possible that this brand, Logically Skin, might potentially have a real breakthrough product in terms of anti-aging ingredients. You know what I actually want to do before we delve into this, specifically since we're going to be talking about the research here? I want to make sure you guys know the difference between the types of scientists. Now, I know some of you are thinking, yeah, Alice, I know there's different types of scientists. There are scientists who study fish And there are scientists who study the human pancreas, I'm well aware. But what I actually mean is that in a practical application, different scientists are kind of seeing the world completely differently. So what I mean by this is that there are certain scientists who are working for, we'll say, academia or working for the government. An example here would be the scientists that work at the CDC. And we can't be talking about this at a better time because you've all seen everything that's been happening in the world. You know, it is so important for those scientists working at the CDC to get everything right. They cannot be wrong. You know, to give you an example here, you guys remember the mask conversation that happened earlier this year where we went from don't wear a mask, it's not going to do anything, to within a matter of weeks, everybody make sure you are wearing a mask. The reason that we had that delay is because these scientists that were working on this needed to make sure that they were right. And so they'd actually rather default to nothing before they say, okay, yes, do wear a mask. Whereas there's an entire different group of scientists that is working in industry. Now, for that group of scientists, truth is actually not necessarily as important as making scientific breakthroughs. So basically, for this type of scientist, let's say they're working in skincare and they're trying to develop the latest anti-aging technology. It is completely okay for this type of scientist to come up with a hypothesis, to come up with a theory that they do not know actually works, but to work on that theory and to continue to believe in that theory all the way through, even before the research has really come out. To be honest with you, I think we do need both types of scientists because it's almost a bit of an optimism versus pessimism. Not really, that's oversimplified, but in some ways you see what I'm saying there. You know, we need these scientists to really believe in something that is not yet tested in order for progress to be made in that direction. That entire conversation was all to tell you that that's kind of what I think is going on with this product. I really see the idea behind this as a little bit more of a working theory at this point, and yet it's an interesting working theory. So let me go ahead and explain the premise of this product. So they use a peptide in here that they call Aquatide at 4% in this product, and the idea behind this Aquatide is based in the idea of autophagy. This is something I've never seen discussed in the world of skincare, and yet again I'm familiar with from the world of nutrition. You typically talk about autophagy in the context of fasting. So basically, anytime your body is fasting, your cells go into the state of autophagy where they degrade material within the cell, but not in a harmful way, in a beneficial way to the body. So you do want to make sure that you have autophagy going on in the body. In fact, reduced autophagy is associated with an increase in the signs of aging. When the scientists started doing research on this ingredient, Aquatide, they noticed that it was stimulating autophagy, which is interesting, but kind of a big jump. What they saw in the studies, and I will link these studies in the description box, they saw over 8 weeks an increase in skin elasticity. They also basically saw the same types of effects that antioxidants give your skin, which is, you know, helping to fight those free radicals. However, my concern with looking at the limited research at this point is that I look at it and I say, well, that sounds promising, but are you really certain that what's going on here is directly related to this concept of autophagy, as opposed to that we have antioxidant activity going on, like we have in a whole lot of ingredients out there? I mean, can you really take this concept of autophagy, which happens in the body as a result of fasting, and use a topical product in the skin and see the same benefits that you see systemically from autophagy? I'm just not sure. I kind of feel like there is a lot of reliance at this point on the theory, but again, like I said, the theory is it's interesting. But again, in terms of those two different types of scientists, I can see how the industry scientists could be very excited about this. Oh my gosh, you guys, have we figured out the key to fighting the signs of aging, and yet, like I said, that other group of scientists would probably say, you guys put out 2 studies. This is just not enough at this point to have any confidence whatsoever saying, yeah, this is a breakthrough. So I think ultimately, whatever opinion you have on this product, whether you want to take a leap of faith along with that team of scientists and say, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, I want to give it a try, then I totally respect that. And on the other hand, if you're someone who says, no, I don't want to try things until I see a lot of, replicated studies come out, then I understand that as well. But I will tell you this, since I have this bottle in my hands, you can see I haven't used too much so far. I've been trying to figure out what can I do with this to kind of do my own, case study, if you will. Not that it will contribute leaps and bounds to the scientific research, of course, but at least it will help me to form a more solid opinion in my mind. What I think I'm going to do, and hear me out and tell me what you think of this, I think I'm going to exclusively use this product on my neck. I just have too much going on with my face with fighting acne, but I think I could do it. I think that using just a small amount of this on my neck until the bottle is gone, I might be able to come back to you months and months from now and say, actually, I've formed my own personal opinion on where I stand with this. One more note though, the price of this on Stylevana is absolutely the best. Yet again, I was looking this up and some people are selling it for $45 to $60. It was under $30 the last time I checked Stylevana, so yeah, definitely where to get it if it is something that interests you. It's a nice size, 50 milliliter bottle for a serum, but just too early to really speak with a lot of confidence on that ingredient. Again, even though sounds interesting. And that is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you've tried any of these products or if you have any recommendations for me. Some similar products that you think I might enjoy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.